applied myself. I filled it in. No time for that doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
Found the time to get to it, they told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it, they sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken, I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them.
You want me to get out of
Every fan doing this.
Filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back to another episode of Refuse to Lose. Okay, today we have a Steelers panel going on. Trust me, I know for all my fans that know I'm a Cowboys fan, this is a tough day for me. But hey, I got work to do. It's nothing personal, fellas. It's nothing personal. I got my boy Vaughn with me. I got my boy Ace. If you don't know Ace, been helping Carl out on CTC. He's been on a few of those episodes. You know, they've been knocking those out, man. So I just want to say how y'all fellas doing.
Doing good, man.
Oh, CC, look, they in unison. Yeah, I can't show off today. They might jump.
Hey, look, blood, man. See, then you ain't.
Hey, look, you got your towel?
I can get it. I don't feel like it.
Your boy, you know, hey, I got you, bro. I'm gonna hold it down for us. I got you.
Hey, if you need to go, we got a little bit of business to get out the way. So if you want to run and go grab your towel, you can. Just gotta get out the way. I gotta talk about some of these Instagram chats and these memberships that we got going on here.
Right.
So let's get straight to it. Let me talk about these Instagram chats. So the chats we have, they used to be free, but now you gotta pay. You know, you gotta pay to play. The chats that we have to offer, we got hold on, let me bring this up right quick. My producer back there eating some Chipotle or something. But we got NBA/WNBA, we got the NFL, we got MLB. Hats off to baseball with Teddy. I know it's a sad day. The Nats, man, they stole one from you, man. And we got college football, college basketball. Shout out to CTC, Carl doing his thing. Teddy's doing his thing as well. And we also got the combat chat. That includes boxing, UFC, and wrestling. And with these chats, you get the latest news and updates, trades, all that. Right now, the Jonathan Taylor news is the hottest thing going. Outside of the Cardinals having a flash sale, sound like they're having a yard sale the way they just giving up players for anything. So you want those updates? Just join the chats, and you can get it before all of your favorite apps. You know the apps. I ain't gotta name them. No free publicity over here. Also, you're like, man, if I want all this beforehand, actually, hold on. I got two guys that are part of chats. I'm gonna let you guys talk about the chats right quick. So Vaughn, you can speak on the chats as well. And Ace, I'm gonna ask you too, because I know you're new to the group.
Well, the chats, like I say all the time, is where it's at. You just spoke up about my Nats beating the Yankees. Thank you, Teddy. I'm getting a T-shirt from Teddy. I want a hat from Dave because they beat the Red Sox. I mean, the chat is lit, man. I was almost late for the show just now because I was in the NBA chat getting it in. So if you want to get in the chat where, you know, you learn a lot, you get to voice your own opinion, you get to, like, you know, guys don't talk about your team. Like, if you were a lower tier team, like I'm a Magic fan, so I like to get in the chat and let people know what's going on. So if you were a sports fan, you really like to talk, join them chats, man, because that's where it's at.
Yeah, man. Like he said, I'm in the college chat. You know, it's all recruiting news, anything. You know what I mean? I was kind of surprised that y'all was going in that crazy.
It's going. Trust me, when the season sparks up, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse.
I bet.
And just like any infomercial, when you hear from the commercial, when you hear from the fans themselves or the customers/consumers, we're not gonna say fans because we all one big family over here. So when you hear from our counterparts, we got to tell you what we got to offer. So of course we got 3 levels. We got our pro level, our all-star level, and our superstar level. And the pro level is $2.99 a month. And with that, you get loyalty badges next to your name in the comments and live chats. As you can see throughout the show, we have a few members as well. You're going to see that pop up. You also get priority comments. So if you're new here and you ain't a member, you probably wondering why your comments not jumping up the way it's supposed to, because you got to click that link in the description. Our members get priority first. Then you get to join one sports chat. That's what you get with the pro level. And then if you want to add a little bit more, a little bit more bang for your buck, you can join the all-star level for $4.99 a month. You get member-only videos. Wait, you still get the same perks from the pro level, but you also get member-only videos. You get to join multiple chats, so you get to follow the conversation around. Like Vaughn just said, he was in the NBA chat starting stuff, but he also was in the MLB chat, getting his jokes off. So you see, you never know what a debate might spark. Hey, the boxing chat been going up. We got something special going there too. And you get to request a topic or a segment nominee. Segments include Your Done Son, Not So Average Top 5, and Dave's Doghouse. Then, you're like, what? That sounds nice, but I know you said I had 3. Where's the third one? Third one is a superstar level. I can't sing right now, so I'm not going to hit the usher note for y'all, but it's a superstar level for $9.99 a month. You get the same perks from both the all-star and the pro level, but you get to join the R2L chat. You get to be a guest on the show. You see, we got panels going on. So if you was in the superstar level, you can join one of these panels. Or you can start one if your team don't have no backup. Sorry, Dave. But then you get awards and plaques, based upon the episodes that you do. Go check out that award episode on the network right now. It's on YouTube. I knew he was going to say something. And you get a member shout-out. So I'm going to say shout-out to all our members. We got Jerry, Donnell, Joe, Dave, myself, Teddy, Cardo, and Coach Coon. So I want to say and you. So make sure you click that link in the description. Also, I want to do this. We got to give some shows a shout out. I talked about them earlier with the chats. We got Baseball with Teddy, BWT, one of the first shows on the network to start this thing growing. Pause. So hats off to Baseball with Teddy. He dropping episodes almost every day. You would think he dropped episodes at the same amount that they actually have games. So hats off to you, Teddy. That. We're going to stop spreading that news right now. Then you got to say, hats off to my man, Carl Talking College. Man, look, one of the hardest working people on the network. I got to say one of, because my man breaking down non-power conferences and power conferences. Like, the fact that he knows the knowledge with all of these sports teams, trust me, you want to check these out. Because what's the first thing everybody say? How you keep up with college? There's so many teams. Carl does it. Shout out to Ace. Shout out to Ace too. He's been on those episodes as well, man. Hey, hats off to both you guys, man. Y'all did a great job. And we got plenty more to come. He
the one driving the boat, man. I'm just along for the ride.
Hey, man. What's a captain without a co-captain?
Facts.
Dig it.
And shout out to FFC, Fantasy Football with Combs. We already know what time it is. All right. Fantasy Football with Coach Combs. Y'all already know, man, fantasy football is ramping up. Hopefully you don't got Jerry Judy on your team. I'm just saying, for those folks that like to draft early, make sure y'all go check out a few of these episodes with Coach Combs. He's literally done rankings from the first player all the way down to the top 200. Great work there. And with that being said, we got to get down to business, man. We got a few Steelers over here. I missed one thing. My producer texted me, told me, hey, for those that's watching on YouTube, we're streaming on 3 platforms: YouTube, Twitter / we're going to say X, formerly known as Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure you retweet, share, and like the post at the same time so we can keep this conversation going. I know it's a few people out there that want to rep this steel curtain as well with these guys. So join the conversation. And with that being said, all right, look, this Pennsylvania stuff starting too early, man. Look, it's not about black and green right now. It's about the black and yellow.
It's about the stairway to 7 right now. That's what it's about.
I don't like the way you said that, man. I don't like the way you said that. But I had to put my yellow on it just to show some solidarity today. I gotta do my job. But we got started off. There's been a lot of talks in this offseason. We got Kenny Pickett. We got people out here talking about what's that wide receiver you got down there? George Pickens. There we go. It's a lot of talk. So I gotta ask you guys, how you feeling about this offseason and what letter grade would you give it? And I'm gonna start off with you, Ace.
Man, to be honest, I want to give it an A, but I'm gonna be humble, give it like a A-. How about that? Like, it's been a great offseason. Like, the draft class that we got some dogs in there, man. Nick Herbig, that's going to be a name that y'all going to hear about this season. I'm telling you. Broderick Jones, I mean, he may not be out there right now, but, he's still there developing. We got Keanu Neal in free agency. We got Cole Holcomb. That's like it's not like the dynamic playmaking linebacker that we may need right now, but they both can do they do opposite things. Like one can play the run, one can do coverage, you know what I mean? So that's definitely an upgrade from last year. So I think we've been doing good.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna give us an A. I'm not gonna lie. See, and I'm gonna start with our new GM and our assistant GM that we got with Omar Khan and Andy Weidel. I believe that change right there is really what's about to elevate us, because all those guys talk about is dominating the trenches, and that's what the Steelers is all about. The last couple of years, our O-line hasn't really been able to dominate. Our D-line has been, they do. TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, and them boys, they always bring that work. And now we got a guy like Alex Highsmith as well. But I really want to touch on a lot of additions that we made. And I think that the one thing that we did is we really got depth at every position. Our offensive line is very heavy. We picked up the guy from the Eagles, Isaac Samalu, and also Nick Herbert's older brother. I mean, he plays multiple positions on the line. I believe he plays guard and center. So they say he's a beast at run blocking. We also picked up Patrick Peterson. I think that's a great pickup for us. We got young rookie cornerback and Joey Porter Jr. We lost one, and Corey Trice. I was hurt by that, not gonna lie. I feel like he was gonna be a great addition for us, but he went down. But with Pat Pete, even the guy Sean Don Sullivan, I think he played with the Packers. I believe he's gonna give us some good reps at the slot position as well. But one person I really want to touch on is Darnell Washington. I think this kid is really going to help us take our offense to the next level. I mean, his run blocking is unbelievable. I mean, you hear him winning reps against TJ Watt in practice. I mean, you hear that and you know he's going to be a beast. You just watch the tape of when he's out there. I mean, I think last game he got like 3 or 4 straight pass interference calls on him because he's just a big target that guys can't guard. So I'm going to give us an A. I think we really touched everything we need. We got depth all around the board. We did what we were supposed to do as far as building a good team around Kenny Pickett while he's on his rookie contract, and I really like what we got going on. So I'm gonna give us an
A. Okay. That Joey Porter move, man. I kind of wanted another cornerback, but I ain't mad at it. He had to go somewhere, and what better place to go than the place that's known for defense, right?
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you can tell like it's a different era this training camp too. Like from last season to this season, like last season it was a change of the guard, everything was kind of unsure. But it's like we got all these young players and everybody's feeling sure of themselves now. You know what I mean? Like you're seeing the right progression from everybody, including Kenny Pickett, which I'm sure we'll get into later.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you all said that. I'm glad, Vaughn, you said something about Kenny Pickett. Ace, I'm glad you said something about Kenny Pickett because that's my next question. Like he's coming off of his rookie season. He showed some signs or some flash of him taking that next step. So what's your expectations for Kenny Pickett next season, Vaughn?
Well, I know y'all know I got a bet going on right now that he's gonna have a better year than Dak Prescott.
Stop the cap.
And I believe it. And also, I mean, this second bet, I really shouldn't mention it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I got another bet against Sam Howell. I mean, come on. So
stop the cap.
I really think Kenny. I appreciate that, Joe. Hey, I think Kenny Pickett really gonna. He showed me a lot last year. I mean, let me run down a couple of stats for you guys. I mean, a lot of people look at his stats and they just write them off. He played 12 games last year. He played 13. He got knocked out of the Ravens game, first drive. Played 12 games. First 5 games, he had 8 interceptions and 2 touchdowns.
Bruh.
We were 1-4 in that run. After the bye week, we went 6-1 with Kenny Pickett, throwing 5 touchdowns, only 1 interception. So you see a lot of progress there. You see him protecting the ball a little bit more and getting wins. Kind of like how Big Ben was in his rookie year. He wasn't a guy slinging the ball over the place. He kind of took care of the ball a little bit, and he won some games by being a hard-nosed player, and I think that's what Kenny Pickett gonna bring for us. I can see him easily throwing for 4,000 yards this year, especially from what I've been seeing. I know it's preseason, but what I see, like Ace said, he's sure of himself. He knows this is offense. He knows his guys. He knows the timing and everything. The addition of I didn't even bring up Allen Robinson. We picked up Allen Robinson. I think that's a great pickup. We have 3 receivers that can get open, like at any time for real. Like, and I think that's really gonna help him. We got 2 tight ends that I think gonna be real productive. Najee Harris, real productive. And I really think Kenny Pickett gonna lead us. I'm gonna go do y'all thing for that.
Okay. We got. Come on, Dave. It's the wrong time to bring a super chat, but I ain't mad at it. We got a super chat. You remember for 1 month. Shout out to you, Dave. Got the 1 month down. Say R2L is the best sports. Okay, you put had. Okay, has the best sports panel. Shout out to Troy Polamalu for training my guy, Hafunga. Man, these names, man. You gotta go back to school for some of these, man. Hashtag Kenny Picks. Hashtag Silence them all. Hashtag Stop Spreading the News. Hashtag Niner Empire. Shout out to you, Dave, for the super chat. That Niners Empire threw me off.
And that Kenny Picks, I don't know what he talking about. He just typing.
Yeah, we don't like
He don't know. But yeah, I think Kenny Pickett, he's gonna lead us. I think he's our quarterback for the future. I'm really excited. I'm really sold on him. He's a straightforward guy. He means business. He's a leader. He works hard. And if you watch him play, his arm looks a little stronger. And one thing I really like about him, he knows who he want to get the ball to, and he gets it to him. He doesn't hesitate. Like, he lets the ball go. So I think he's going to 4K, and he's going to have a lot more touchdowns, a lot less interceptions than last year. So that's my take for Kenny Pickett.
KP4K. Take it away, Ace.
Yeah, like you said, I'm kind of sold on him too, man. They say he gained like 13 pounds of muscle coming into the season as well. So hopefully those things, like when he got knocked out of the Ravens game, don't happen this year. You know what I mean? Like, he's just moving like a guy who has the keys, you know, and you gotta love that. I mean, he's taking command of the offense. He's going through his progressions. When you look at the preseason games, I mean, like he said, he has weapons every day. We got Deontay, we got George. We got Jaylen Warren in the backfield now that's going crazy too, along with Najee. We got Connor Hayward that you can put basically anywhere on the offense. That's a Swiss Army knife. So, you know, you got to love what we're seeing out the offense, and he's basically going to be, you know, the driving force of that. I'm not really expecting him to go out there and, like, be a world-class quarterback and put up gaudy numbers. But, I mean, I do expect him to be more than a game manager. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see a lot more than him doing it on the last drive of the game. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's going to be good. You know what I mean? There's still always going to be growing pains, but yeah, we good for the future, man. He's the guy.
Okay, so that's good you said that. You said that he picked up some muscle. You know, he actually got that rookie season out the way. Maybe, I mean, we don't like to see players get hurt, but also maybe seeing him go down in that Ravens game kind of woke him up to the speed and intensity in which the NFL can bring you outside of college, right?
Absolutely.
And I also seen this quote, right? I know you guys might like this. I don't know if you've seen it, but you all are Steelers fans, so you may have seen it. Said he watched every single incomplete. You know, he had 144 incompletions last season, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know that. All right.
Yeah,
So somebody came out and said he watched every single incompletion that he threw and took notes on them from last year. That was from his quarterback coach. So he wants to get better.
Yes, that's all he preaches, man. Like, all I hear is Jalen Hurts this, Jalen Hurts that. My guy, he's just as much of a leader, if you ask me. Like, the guy, he leads by example. I mean, you ask everybody. Number one thing Allen Robinson said when he first got there, he was surprised at how much command he had over the team, man. His leadership, it's like, wow, this dude really is, like, he's a guy that you would want to leave behind. I mean, even when he first started last year, he was telling guys, like, when I get in the huddle, like, you should know what's going on. Like, I should have to explain stuff, like, you know what time it is. So he's really a leader. He's like, either you step your game up or get left behind. He's one of those type of guys. And I'm telling you, man, I'm loving it so much. Like, I think he has a chance. Like, Big Ben was great, but it took him a long time to really develop into a really good quarterback. I think he will become a good quarterback faster than Big Ben did. And our defense this year is going to be hellacious.
Yeah. And I think another thing about Kenny Pickett is you got to look at this guy's track record, too. Like, when his first game in Pitt was against Miami, we were number 2, and he basically made us look like fools out there. You know what I mean? Then he spends 5 years at Pitt. You know what I mean? Just right on the other side of a wall of an NFL program. You know what I mean? I guess. But yeah, man, the guy's just a winner. You know what I mean? He's just
that wasn't for you, Ace. That was for me to read the super chat. Now you he's like, I don't know what he mean by that, but I'm gonna keep rocking.
But yeah, man, he's just the guy who's all about football, and they've seen that for so long. Like he just fits Pittsburgh, and I think that when we have a quarterback that fits our identity, that's when we play the best. Because we back to that old school kind of feel, you know what I mean? Run the football, you know what I mean? Play the hard defense. That's it. That's all we know.
And shout out to Dave, came back with another super chat with the 199 super chat. He said, "How about that week 1 bet?"
I'm with whatever, man. He already owed me a hat. I mean, I ain't betting him until he can give me my Nats hat first. I mean, we got some things in collateral still. You know what I'm saying?
You like Steelers Bank, man. All right, so I'm glad y'all said that about Kenny Pickett, but there's been a lot of talk coming outside of y'all camp. You know, it's just not about only Kenny Pickett. You know, there's this guy that goes around and does a podcast, you know, with 2 other former NFL players. He also does shows on ESPN, and he just one day blurted out and was like, "Well, I believe George Pickens is much more talented than Justin Jefferson." So I got 2 Steelers fans here. When he said it, I was like, man, he tripping. I don't know what he talking about, but now I'm here to learn something. So when y'all heard that, I'm gonna start with you, Ace. But when y'all heard that, what was your first thought? And tell me, was he tripping or is he up to something?
Yeah, my first thought was he's definitely wilding because I mean, Justin Jefferson is in a class of his own right now, in my opinion. Like he's just one of those dudes. But I think he meant it in a way that like Justin Jefferson technically is a great receiver. George Pickens isn't technically a great receiver. However, he's a dog. He'll fight for the ball. He's going to make those crazy catches if you just toss it his way. And not to say that Justin Jefferson won't do that, but I don't think he has the raw ability to do that like George Pickens does. I think that's maybe what he was trying to say. But I mean, you know, it's a fun conversation though. So of course people going, you know, embellish it and take it a different kind of way. But I mean, we know what it is for real. We ain't talking that crazy.
So for me, I see where you're going, Asa, and I kind of agree. I feel like how I'm explaining it is like even how Ryan Clark and even Patrick Peterson said that Justin Jefferson is just like he's elite at just knowing how to play the wide receiver position, and the fact that George Pickens he's not that elite. He even said it himself. He says, you know, once I learn how to get in and out of my breaks a little bit better, how to do this, how to do that, then I will become a better receiver. But right now, he's really working off of raw talent. Like even in Georgia, like Mike Tomlin in the press conference was saying that they didn't really hone into his abilities because, you know, Georgia, there's just so many stars there. And it's hard just to pinpoint on one guy. And he got injured his senior year. So I think what he's trying to say, just like Ace said, like, he has that raw ability to make something happen without knowing how to properly play the position. So it's showing that he has a lot of more raw ability because Justin Jefferson, he's like it's no flaw in his game really. I can't really think of a flaw in his game. However, there's a conversation that we always hear in the chat about how he doesn't show up a lot against big time corners, and I think that has something to do with raw ability. Like a guy like George Pickens, I don't think a good corner can really just shut him down, to be honest, because he's the guy. He has the ability. Like even you watched last year, some of the catches he was making, like he's making catches, like big man catch to the point where it's guys like he catching the ball like this, and it's a guy like draped on his back, and he's still just holding up like this. And I mean, he just like to me, I just think it's that raw dog. That's what they're really talking about. And I think George Pickens definitely has that more than Jefferson.
Okay, so it's kind of like the way you describe him reminds me of a Dez Bryant, where it's like he's not the best receiver as far as route running or his technique, but when you want that passion, that raw dog ability, and that jump ball, it's like, all right, just throw it up, 88 somewhere down there. Okay.
I like that comparison.
I kind of understand it more now than what was going on in the chat, so I appreciate that. Maybe I needed another Steelers fan to say something too. Maybe that's what it was.
It was too
I
much
got
outsiders talking about it. That's what the problem was. They don't know enough about George Pickens to speak on it.
And
They just
people swear
heard
we irrational. People swear Steelers fans should say anything, but we really,
right.
we
I
know.
think that's all fan bases. Every fan base has at least one or two fans that get on somebody's nerves, and they just be like, "Man, now here we go." Hashtag that's where the silence comes from.
That's true.
We all have one or two. And I got one more question as far as expectations, because y'all got one of the best coaches in the NFL. And I mean, even if you don't make the playoffs, you still have a winning record with him. Like, so what are your expectations from Mike Tomlin this season? And I'll start with you, Von.
I mean, we got to get in the playoffs and get a dub at least. I don't remember last time we had a dub in the playoffs. I mean, I know that's on TJ Watt. That's number one on his list. Get a win in the playoffs and go from there. And I feel the same way. Like, we got to get a dub in the playoffs. Last couple of times we've been in, we lost in the first round. And that's not the Steelers way. We are a team that's always in contention, a team that's always there. And the last couple of years, it's been the Bills, the Bengals, and the Chiefs. And we're going to have to change that. And I feel like we will. I mean, we have the deepest defense we had in a while, the best defense we probably had in a while. Like, I don't see no flaw in no position on our defense, to be honest. And then our offense is pretty loaded as well. So I expect us. I mean, look what he did with Mason Rudolph playing quarterback last year with Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett on a leash playing quarterback. I mean, he still got us to 9 wins without TJ Watt playing the whole year. Like, TJ Watt played the whole year, we make the playoffs. Like, we need one more win, we make the playoffs. TJ Watt played the whole year. So I really think we my expectations is get us in the playoffs and get a dub.
Ace.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. I have the same expectations, man. We got to make the playoffs and of our team, because I mean, we could have made the playoffs if the Dolphins would have lost, I think. But I mean, we can't settle for that. We got to be able to control our own destiny this year, and do what we need to do when we need to do it. You know what I mean? Because yes, Tomlin has always given us a winning season, but you can't lie and say Mike Tomlin hasn't dropped some games that we shouldn't have dropped. You know what I mean? Like, sure, he's a player's coach, and he does get the best out of those guys. But for some reason, sometimes it just feels like, I don't know if it's like the team just worn out, or like, we just play to the competition. But it's just like when we walk into, I don't know, like for instance, Arizona this year. If we lose to Arizona, I'd be pissed. Just because it's the team that we're supposed to beat. Is no way in hell that's supposed to be competitive with us. But it's just one of those things that could happen. That's one thing that I'm looking for this year. If he can stop those things from happening, then we won't have any issue getting in the playoffs. Because I mean, we damn near almost run the AFC North.
Yeah, we back. We back. We definitely back. But hey, how you feel about this though? Like, me personally, I felt like we should have been planning for Big Ben's departure. Like, I felt like Kenny Pickett kind of fell in our lap. Like, we got lucky, to be honest. But I felt like he took too long. That's why I'm happy we got a new GM. Like, they took too long to prepare for this guy, for his departure. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I can agree with that. It did drag, but I mean, I don't know. It worked out, I guess, so far. So I can't really say too much about it now. But I will say that it was kind of like a weird thing, because he shouldn't have played that last year. You know what I mean?
He shouldn't have.
Ben shouldn't have been there. He probably should have been gone 2 years ago before then. But I mean, hindsight's 20/20 at this point. And like you said, we got the con man now, so we making way more moves than we ever made in free agency, and that's what's making a difference with this team. You know what I mean? We getting people with we getting college players that's already got a winning culture. We getting dogs from like Wisconsin with I think his name's Keanu Benton, if I'm not mistaken. Drafted along with Herbig. TJ Watt right there to mentor them. So, it's just forming a winning culture. And, we just got to get back to that, and that being the most important thing. Because around those times with Ben and Le'Veon and all them, it wasn't a steal away. We was winning, but it wasn't like, you know what I mean?
Well, there was also another missing element as far as that steal away, but, it's a family show, so I can't really talk about that. But I'm glad you asked that about your GM. And sometimes with that, it's just loyalty. He's been around for so long. Everyone's not like the Patriots where they like we'll trade them 1 or 2 years before they reach their prime. But I think some teams fall victim to it. I think ours do. Not saying I'm a Steelers fan. I'm talking about as far as the franchises, but most of them do. Now,
you always want to give your franchise quarterback like at least as a fan, that's what you would want them to do. And I think with certain organizations, they just have a fan approach to it, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I mean, what better way to have a fan approach than we talk about these your record for this year? Like, got to talk about it. I'm gonna bring the schedule up for you guys, and there's a few games on here that some people want to talk about. Of course, you got your division, and then you all are playing some formidable. Nah, this schedule look kind of easy. This is like a bounce back season for y'all. So first things first, I'm gonna say what games are you all looking forward to, and what's the record that you all are expecting after this season? And I'm gonna start with you, Ace.
So as far as games I'm looking forward to, I mean, always the Baltimore games, the Cincinnati games. Like, we have to really like hammer down this division this year. I mean, because we always usually kind of sweep somebody. I mean, it's never really a season where everybody just gets us. So as long as we sweep the Ravens like we're supposed to, split one with the Bengals, sweep the Browns or something, that should be that hard. I mean, we good. I'm thinking we probably gonna be maybe 11-6 for real. But I see a lot of winnable games here, and there ain't too many people on here that scare me.
So what's the record you think? What's your record? What you got y'all finishing with?
I think you said 11-6, right?
Okay, go ahead, Vaughn.
All right. I feel you. I agree with bro. Like, I see a whole lot of winnable games. Hold up. I know your business.
Oh man. All right, I gotta read it. Shout out to Blaze with the 199 super chat. Hashtag NFC. Well, first of all, he has an eagle emoji. Then he said hashtag NFC Beast. Greater than hashtag AFC Door. And if you don't know where this comes from, this all goes back to hashtag Maddengate. In the chats we had who's the better division. It all came down to us actually doing a draft and actually doing a live stream on Madden. Of course, the AFC, they won by some technicalities, but they won. So that just give y'all a little insight of another thing that happens within the chats and why y'all need to actually become a member. But continue, Vaughn.
Yeah, I see a whole lot of winnable games. I feel like our toughest games are really going to be our division games, to be honest. I'm not too worried about the first game against San Francisco because we always come out hot in the first game and we at home. I mean, last year we beat the Bengals and the year before that we beat the Bills first game. So we always play a tough team and our defense comes out smacking every year. So I got us taking them. Houston, I think we beat the Rams. I think we start 3-0. Green Bay would be tough to me because I'm liking what I see out of Jordan Love. However, I think our defense will win us that game as well. So I see us going. My ceiling, 13-4. My floor, I'm gonna agree with Ace, 11-6. I don't think we're gonna no lower than 11-6. We play a lot of first year, second year quarterbacks, and our defense, I feel like, gonna win us a lot of games. And with our offense being a lot better, I think it's gonna be even better for us. Because if you've been watching us in the preseason, literally every possession our first team offense play, they score a touchdown, and it's not hard. It's quick and easy. So I'm hoping that continues, and our defense, TJ Watt, stay healthy. Even if he doesn't stay healthy this year, we'll have a lot more depth than we ever had. Like Burr brought up Nick Herbert, the rookie we just picked up, and we also picked up Marcus Golden. He played with the Cardinals when JJ Watt was there. I believe 2 years ago he had 11 sacks. Can't give you the exact number of pressures, but he had the same amount of pressures the next year. Just didn't get a lot of sacks. So he's still a productive player. So I really think our defense gonna carry us to a minimum 11-6, but my ceiling is 13-4.
What 4 is the 4?
Huh?
What's
What 4?
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we split with the Bengals. That's 1. I can see Jacksonville beating us. That's 2. Another team I can see, like I said, I think the Packers. They're no, actually not the Packers. I'm gonna say the Patriots just because Bill Belichick does well against young QBs, and I think that we always have a tough time with Bill Belichick. Mike Tomlin and Bill Belichick, they battle it out all the time. Last year, we both had decent defenses and not terrible, but subpar offenses, and they beat us. So we got who I got: the Patriots, Jacksonville, Bengals. I can see us splitting with the Ravens as well.
You don't think Seattle's gonna be a tough game?
I think Seattle will be tough. However,
That's Seattle too. You gotta think about that.
that is true. We beat them before in Seattle, though. When
Yeah,
when
but
TJ
we
Watt
can't
forced
say
that
that's
fumble.
the same Seattle team. You know, they a little better now. Not
Actually,
even a little.
we are as well, though.
Touche.
I would say,
Okay.
I really think, like, I ain't gonna lie, Ace, bro. Our defense about to go crazy. I feel like our defense is really about. We got depth everywhere. We got so many different lineups we're doing. We're putting people in different places. It's gonna be crazy. I feel like.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
glad
I mean,
Ace
I
said that.
share your optimism for sure.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
glad
I
Ace
think.
said that because I had 2 games I was gonna ask too. But go ahead, Ace. I'll let you finish.
Okay, but yeah, I think like San Francisco, like I think that one's a wobbler for sure, man. I don't know, like it really depends on how Purdy comes out there and if we can get to him. You know what I mean? That's not really going to be a cakewalk for real. I mean, yeah, Vegas, we should be able to get that, but I mean, I don't know. I just feel like one of those Thursday night games to get us like a Tennessee. That's a short week coming off a Jacksonville game. If we win that game, that's not going to be an easy game. Like there's definitely some pitfalls in the schedule. It may not be when you look at it on paper like, oh, we're going up against like super great quarterbacks every week. But I mean, it's still some competition. It's still a grueling NFL season. You know what I mean? You never know what can happen. Hopefully we can stay healthy. But I mean,
Facts.
I don't know, 13-4.
That's my ceiling, though, bro. That's my ceiling.
Yeah. Nah, and good. Like if
All
win
things
the
go
state,
well.
yeah.
All things go well. Yeah, like, come on, like the Colts. I don't see them beating us. I don't see the Vegas beating us. I don't see the Cardinals beating us. I don't see Houston beating us. Like I said, the first game we always come out swinging, and I think we're gonna do that again this year, especially with the noise around training camp and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One team that's really I really don't know. I mean, we all go off history. We do own the Browns, but they're a new team. Like Myles Garrett has another pass rush on the other side of him. See how
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's gonna look. Those are 2 things I'm really looking to see. They picked up a third receiver over there that's actually good, that can run routes and stuff. So I really just want to see how they're gonna look. Like that week 2 game is really one that I'm really got penciled in because I don't know what to expect from Cleveland, to be honest.
Yeah, but they did say that this Watson has thrown like 7 picks in training camp so far. So I mean, I don't know.
You don't gotta worry about that.
Could still be the Browns, you know what I mean? But sidebar, I just saw Najee Harris just go crazy real quick. Like
I had the game on.
You know what I mean?
Oh, y'all got a game going on right now?
Yeah, we're going on right now.
Okay. So, I mean, Ace, you already asked about one of the games I was going to throw out there is that Niners game because, Vaughn, you already know why. We had a debate on here about who's the better defensive player, and it was between TJ Watt or Nick Bosa. Joey Bosa's with the Chargers, So it was Nick Bosa. So coming out the gate, if he signs that contract and actually plays, we will get to see both of them go up against at least each other's offensive line. And you all were kind of bragging about how you got some depth everywhere and with that offensive line. So I mean, Ace already went into depth about the Niners, but Vaughn, you was up here defending your boy, which I think you're gonna really do with them Niners.
Like I said, man, we come out strong on week 1 games, and it's our first home game, opening home game in a while as well. So I think the crowd gonna be behind us, going crazy. I think
like that.
Yeah, it was a George Pickens.
Look,
George Pickens. I'm watching the game now too. But
we getting live reactions. But go ahead.
But we always come out strong. Like I said, last year we had 5 interceptions against the Bengals first game. Year before that, we had like 8-9 sacks against the Bills, and we played against Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. I mean, I'm not worried about Brock Purdy, to be honest. Like you said, Ace,
Stop it.
Watson
Get some help.
had what 7 interceptions in the training camp. I heard Brock Purdy got like 14 of them things. So, hey, we gonna see.
QB1?
We gonna see what they're gonna do, because what gave them troubles in that NFC game? It was the depth of the Philadelphia Eagles defensive line, and I feel like we have depth as well. We got T.J. Watt, Marcus Golden, Alex Highsmith, Nick Herbert off the edges, Cam Hayward, Larry Ogunjobi. We just picked up Keanu Benton, and we got the guy from the Chargers for our D tackle. So we were around it, and I think our line gonna get after it. So I got us winning that game. And whenever you want to bet, Dave, we can bet that.
I'm glad you know who the producer today.
I already know. He don't like hearing no facts. That's all.
Well, I mean, and the other game I was going to ask about, Vaughn, I'm glad you all both swapped, because Vaughn, you went in depth about that Pats game. So now, Ace, I'm gonna ask you, like, how you feeling about that game? Because those are the two that really stood out to me.
The Pats game, I mean, it's a Thursday night game. You know, you always got to watch out for those. That short week really can hit you. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Pats, I don't really know too much about the Pats right now. I mean, they don't really scare me. I mean, I know Bill Belichick is there, but he ain't got his golden boy no more. So, I mean, I just don't feel no fear in my heart. You know what I mean? I think maybe the short week might get us, but, I mean, does New England have, like, a great defense or something? Like, is it something I'm missing? Like, is Butte from LSU, the wide receiver, is he like going that crazy? Like, I mean, I'm not. What's Mac Jones going to do? He's not about to gritty on us. You know what I mean? It's I don't know, man. Like, I'm worried about more other games, but more than New England per se.
We talked about this all week. Everybody, do your job, okay?
Yeah, hey,
that's what they coming up there for, man. They just gonna say do their job. But I mean, those are all the questions that I really had as far as just, you know, on my docket and on the panel. You guys did a great job as far as that. And I know we got an AFC North panel coming up, so I don't really want to step on that too much, because, you know, once you get to talking about division rivals, we could be here all day.
Oh yeah.
So, but we're going to get into some last words. I know we all said expectations. You already said that. We talked about the record that you all had, the ceiling and the floor. Some people going to say when you get in the chat, Vaughn, you must live in Rick Ross' house with that high ceiling you got for y'all. But, you know, it's not my team. I don't watch them that much. I'm not also a part of that bet. So hopefully Kenny Pickett don't outperform that, because I need him to win a Super Bowl for me so I can shut some people up. And we talked. Hey, you see these in the background? That's like I'm moving mountains, man. I'm moving mountains. I just want to say, first of all, thank you guys for being on here. You know, we just want to get some last words out the way. If you want to send some shots at some other teams, you can do that too. And you can also promote your business, because right now it seems like, hey, what y'all doing out there with that OJ landscaping? Y'all cutting the grass so you can see the snakes, right? So we'll start with you, Ace.
Yeah, man. Final words. You know, it's still a nation. It's a stairway to 7. I was being humble today because, Carl, you really know what's up. I don't care about the Ravens. It's about to be another sweep this year. I hope you're ready for it. You know what I mean? We got the trusty broom in the closet. It got all the previous dust, the feathers, all that on there. So, you know what I mean? When you're ready for your gunk, we coming for you. Bengals, I don't care about Burrow. Y'all may be nice, but you can't play on your back. That's all I'm gonna say. Pause if that needs to be paused. And Brown, Doo Brown. That's all I got. You know, nothing more to say about that. You know what I mean? We run them. They on the bottom of our shoe. AFC the champions back. Let's go.
Why would he do this on the show, man? Why you had to do this on the show? You know what happens when you say this on the show, Cardo? Like, hopefully we can break the curse, man. Shout out to Big O, man. Or as you would say, Mom, what is it? Big O Prescott?
Big O Prescott.
There we go, man. He said, easy money, Tomo, with the handshake, hashtag Dak over Pickett with the 199 super chat, man. Thanks, man. Yeah. Thank you, producer. Get that out of here right quick. I love the Cowboys, man, but it's something about this show, and when we say that word easy money, it just don't go the way we wanted to.
Hey, before I go, Ace, I see Joe got a question. You got bold prediction for
Do I
us
got
this
bold
year?
prediction?
Yeah.
Prediction. Bold prediction. George Pickens MVP.
Okay, I like it. I like
Okay.
it.
Okay. Fun.
All right, before I go for my bold prediction, Steelers up 7-0. 8
Got a sack.
plays, 92 yards. Kenny Pickett 3 for 3, 70 yards. George Pickens 1 catch, 35 yards. Our offense looking great, man. But bold prediction for me, Steelers gonna be in the AFC Championship game. That's my bold prediction right there. And we're gonna win the North. But for my last words, I want to say appreciate y'all. You know, I love being on the show, especially when it's talking about one of my squads. You know, NFL season about to pop up, and I'm coming for that NFL crown. So I took the NBA. I started off taking the duo crown. Then I went to NBA, took that crown. Now I'm coming for the NFL crown. Baseball, you next. So shout out. I mean, let me read Coach. Let's take 5th place, and that's not bold, Coach. Coach.
I was about to say that sounds like what we supposed to do.
But yeah, man, Steeler Nation, we back. You know, TJ Watt, stay healthy, my boy. Stay healthy. We need you. And I'm really excited for this year. Last year I was a little excited, but this year I'm really, really excited. Like it's a lot to be excited about if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So like my man A said, Carl, you know what it is, my boy. Sweep. We can go to the Ravens game, or I'll come over your house and watch it. Cause I'm gonna bring my broom with me. And Teddy, if you want to do that bet, I'm ready.
Man, got balls for y'all. First of all, hold on.
Nation.
For everybody that's in the chat, I don't think you understand what just happened here as far as what Vaughn just said. He just pulled a Spence/Crawford. He was like, man, I went down to 147. I got that belt. I fought such and such, and I took that belt. And I took such and such's belt. And I'm coming for the next belt. So, hey, man, I don't know if we need to call you Big Fish or we need to call you Bud. But either way, he letting everybody in the chat know, man, it's time to step it up if you try and get these awards. And I just want to say, hey, man, I appreciate y'all fellas for coming on here, you know, sharing your knowledge about your team, regardless of how the chat feels about it. We all have our fandom and we all have what we want to see our teams do. Joe said it earlier. I think everybody in the chat has said the same thing about their team. It's going to be a good year. So, I mean, if you come into the season thinking your team not going to be good, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, how can you say otherwise?
Yeah, right. I mean, my producer may clip the episode, but, you know, he having issues with his quarterback. So I understand why he a little upset. But again, if y'all want to make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit that notification button if you're on YouTube so you can get the alerts. Hit the notification button you get the notification on all 3 platforms that we're streaming on. Actually, I just found this out yesterday. So you can do it on X, formerly known as Twitter, so you can know when the episodes is going live, because we got episodes going live almost every day. Because again, shout out to FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach. Shout out to CTC, Call Talking College. And look like we got a field goal or a touchdown. Y'all getting live reactions over here.
That's 14. You see what's happening right now? Like, we trying to wrap it up, and we just can't stop scoring. You know, we can't get off fast enough.
It's crazy. I'm telling you, our offense gonna be different. Calvin Austin is a beast too.
You're nasty, dog. Jalen Warren, right? It's too much. It's too much. Oh, we didn't even talk about them talking about, should Najee even be starting with Jalen Warren going how he is? I mean, come on now. We gotta save
a little bit. You know, we got that AFC North panel, so I know you're gonna be back for that one, Ace.
Absolutely, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
All right, but let me hurry up so I can let y'all fellas get to this game, man, because y'all having too much fun right now. I might be y'all good luck charm, and I don't like that. So that's all the baseball with Teddy too, man. You know, he got all the episodes coming out, and for those that's watching, again, click the link in the description so you can join these chats. All the chats we have, I'm gonna run through them right quick. We got NBA/WNBA, we got NFL, MLB, college football, and college basketball, both men's and women's on the basketball. We got the combat chat as far as boxing, UFC, and a little bit of wrestling. And click the link in the description, become a member. You got the pro level at $2.99, you got the all-star level at $4.99, and you got the superstar level at $9.99. All of those have great perks. I'm gonna tell you, with the $2.99, you can join one chat, but you get the priority comments. With the All-Star, you get to join multiple chats, but you also get the member-only videos. With the Superstar, producer, I'm moving now. I'm flowing. It's too late now. But nah, thanks. And with the Superstar level, you get to join the episode and you get awards and you can join the R2L chat. So with each one of those, you find your own perk. But just know, if you get the $9.99, you get the work, so you ain't got to worry about nothing else. And with that being said, man, we gonna wrap this up. You guys already said your last words. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to Joe and Dave for producing in the background. Oh my goodness, I can't even say the word terrible. Then it's a shout out. But shout out to all the fellas on the network. Shout out to all the members. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. And check us out tomorrow. We got something else special for y'all. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.